Hi, thanks for joining us with another session with Learning with Liz. I am Liz Watt, the founder of Journey of Healing. I'm doing this video in conjunction with my husband's office, Dr. Shane Watt at the Neurobolic Health Center. We are located in the Salt Lake Valley. Like many of you watching this video today, there's a time in your life when you need to make a health change, whether it's because you want to make a healthy lifestyle change or you are forced to because of the sicknesses which you've had. There was a time in my life when I knew that I needed to change what I was eating and what my family was eating. First of all, I decided that I needed to get all processed foods out of our family, out of our pantry. We also needed to get rid of all of our sugar and all of our flour. When it came to this point, there was nothing much left in our pantry. I have always been a big proponent of my children having breakfast before they went to school. But I was never a proponent of having them have cereal. I always felt like they needed to have a good, nutritious breakfast before they walked out the door. But sometimes it was just easy to grab the cereal box. So when I went shopping for cereal, I always make sure that it wasn't the sugar cereals you see on the shelf and tried to pick a more healthier option. But with the commitment of our lifestyle change, I knew that the cereal boxes, even though they were so-called healthy boxes, needed to go. There are many things in cereal that are not healthy for all of us. So I'm going to go over right now with you the things that I have put together as a healthy alternative for cereal. So today I'm going to show you how I make my fermented granola. These are the things you're going to need. You're going to need to have some oats. You're going to need to have nuts. You're going to need to have some coconut oil, some coconut milk, cultured kefir, and water. In your bowl, you're going to start out with 12 cups of oats. Okay, so now we have 12 cups of oats in our bowl, and now we're going to add nuts. I like to add 2 cups of nuts to this. You can have walnuts, cashews, pecans, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, almonds, whatever nuts you would like to choose in combination. Make sure when you buy your nuts, you get them unsalted. A trick that I have come up with though, so we don't have such big nuts in our cereal, is I actually use a coffee grinder. Okay, so I usually start out with a cup of cashews. So I put that in my coffee grinder. It doesn't have to be totally broken up, just enough so they're not big chunks in there. And now what I do is I get the rest of the nuts and I make another cup of the rest of the nuts. So I'll put a little bit of walnuts, I'll put a little bit of pecans, some sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, almonds. I also added some chia seeds and flax seeds on top. So now you have your 12 cups of oats in here and your 2 cups of nuts. Now it's time for the liquid. Okay, so in your Vitamix or blender, put in 2 cups of water, a can of coconut milk, full fat is the best, and 2 cups of your cultured kefir. Just stir it up quick. Once it's stirred, you can now pour it into your bowl. Once it's all poured in there, just stir it until it's all mixed together. So now you're going to take your coconut oil and you're going to add in 1 cup of coconut oil. Just put it in your batch and continue to stir. So after we finish mixing it up, it should look like this. Now you're going to take a piece of saran wrap, put it over the top, and then leave this on your counter or in your pantry for a full 24 hours. Tomorrow we will go over what the next step is. It's the second day and the cereal has been able to ferment on my counter for a full 24 hours. So let's now add the rest of the ingredients. In this container I have pre-mixed 1 cup honey, 1/2 cup molasses, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon salt. And now you just add this part to your mixture. And then just stir. Make sure everything is coated, and sometimes it might be easier to even use your hand. After everything is all stirred in, these other 2 ingredients are your choice if you want to add them. They are optional, but I have 1 cup of unsweetened coconut flakes. Add that. And 1 to 2 cups of craisins. And now stir those in. Now it's time to put it in the pan. Preheat your oven to 170, and this will need 2 baking sheets for this recipe. So just start putting it in the pan. So now we're on day 3 and the cereal has been in the oven all night on 170 degrees. I took it out and let it cool for just a short bit, and now we're going to break it all up. In the bottom of this, I did place a silicone baking sheet, and that's just because for this process it makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to use a silicone baking sheet, but for me I've just found that that's easier. Now just take each of your pieces and break them up into cereal bite sizes. As you notice, the top is a little bit more dried out and the bottom is still a little wet. That's perfect in how you want to be able to break it and make it easier for you to break it up. So this size right here might be a little too big, but this size over here is just perfect. Now that I have it all crumbled up in bite-sized pieces, it's time to put it back into the oven. We're going to put it on 170 again for another couple hours. But what you do is in the process, every half hour, just put your hand in there and try to move it around a little bit, bringing the bottom part to the top. After this process, it should be evenly baked. I know that making this cereal is a longer process than just going and buying cereal off the shelf, but this cereal is well worth it. I hope you are able to enjoy this cereal as much as we have. Because of the way that I have made it, it is very nutrient dense, and because of this, it is very filling. We just serve it up with some nut milk, and later on you can look at other videos on how to make some nut milk. On behalf of Journey of Healing and the Neurobolic Health Center, I'd like to thank you for watching our video today. Thanks and have a great day.